this, but I recently got a golden retriever puppy with my fiance, Lauren. His name is Prince. And in training him and working with him, it reminded me of the power of habits. So up to 40 to 45% of our daily actions are actually governed by habitual action rather than conscious decision. And when you really look at the breakdown of that, it's a huge amount of time that is completely up to our habits that we're not consciously deciding on each day. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." And I think it's important to recognize that each day we are engaging in these habits, and sometimes they're habits that we've consciously decided we want to adopt, but other times they are habits that we've simply adopted because of the way we grew up or different environmental factors. So I think it's something important to focus on what we actually spend our time on and how those habits affect our life. So whether you like it or not, almost half of everything you do each day is completely governed by habitual action instead of conscious decision. So something called the habit loop is pretty intuitive. It starts with a trigger or a cue, and then a behavior, and then a reward. And I think one of the parts that people focus on a lot is the behavior itself, but they fail to remember the trigger and, most importantly, the reward piece of it. So with Prince, it's pretty easy because the reward is always food, and that drives him. And so it's really simple for dogs, but I think it's a good example to extrapolate that to our own behaviors and recognize when we're rewarding ourselves for certain behaviors that we'd like to perform more often or more consistently in our lives. I think for me personally, it's important to recognize that engaging in a particular behavior or habit, something that you'd like to do more often or make it into a long-term habit, the reward can oftentimes be the way that you think about it. And what I mean by that is if you're looking to create a new habit of waking up earlier, getting to the gym or something like that, then it's important to reward yourself by thinking positively about that experience and just patting yourself on the back for getting out there, doing what you set out to do. Even if you're not at your goal yet, you've still put in the effort to create that habit. So I think that, to me, the reward is something that a lot of people don't recognize, but is one of the most important parts in creating a new habit. So in closing, I'd like to leave you with a quote by John Dryden. "We first make our habits, then our habits make us." Thanks.